Now let's talk about graphing sine and cosine when you have kind of everything thrown together. Kids, try to go through and identify all your parts. D is your vertical shift, so we're going to go down one. A is 3, so I'm going to have a vertical stretch of 3. Now C, notice there's no shift involved, so C would actually end up being 0, so no shift. B is 2. Now, to get your period is equal to 2 pi over B. So in this case, this would be 2 pi over 2, which is just pi. Now what I like to do is I get wherever my period is, I get my period and divide it up by 4. Because I know on my graph I'm going to have a key point at every fourth of my period. You're either going to have a intercept, a maximum, or a minimum at every fourth. So notice here on a sine, here's my halfway point. We'll have an intercept, maximum, intercept, minimum, intercept, so on. The same thing with cosine, except cosine starts maximum, intercept, minimum, x-intercept, maximum, so on. So my period here is pi, but in this case my key points would be at pi over 4. So every fourth pi I'm going to have something happen. So what happens is when you're graphing the sine, there's a lot of prep work involved, but once you get to prep work, you're going to be in good shape. Remember, I have no horizontal shift, so normally I'm still going to start, since we're talking sine, I'm still going to start at 0, but I have a vertical shift going down 1. So I'm actually going to start at -1. Now, my whole period was pi, and I'm going to kind of make a note of that up here. So I should cover a full period between 0 and pi. So every fourth I hit a key point. Now we do have a vertical stretch, and so my amplitude is 3, so that means I'm going to have a height of 3. So I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3. So this is my max. And if I go down 3, 1, 2, 3, this will be my minimum to take care of the amplitude. Now since we don't have a reflection, that means I have 0, then at the next fourth pi, which is b pi over 4, I have maximum, and now I go intercept, and then I go minimum, and then I go intercept. Notice I have one complete cycle. So there's one period, and then if I want to get another period, then I just keep the pattern going. Here, 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 and here. Now what a lot of times people will do is you'll see them, they'll draw a dotted line where my x-intercept line was. And that might be a good idea because it kind of gives you a reference point so you know where your x-intercept is. So now I have one that's a little bit more complex.